guys, this is Dong, and for today we will set up a pedal board for your guitar. Okay? Your guitar. Now, as far as guitarists are concerned, you know that having a good pedal board, whether it is a big size, medium size, or a small pedal board, it's very important because guitarists now would like to have their tone enhanced with the example, with the overdrive, with the distortion, with the modulation, with your volume pedal, or with your wah, and any other tone that you'd like to incorporate in your sound or in your music, then there is a need for you to get this pedal board. First and foremost, we have here the pedal board itself. Is medium size or even a small size pedal board. I had this made about a year ago, where I used this at the church for the music ministry. Another one are these patch cables with different sizes. This one is about probably 10 inches long. With this one about 5 inches long. And some are quite longer because I made this longer for it to reach from one stump box to another equal. No? So we'll be using all of these later on. Now another one we need to know, or we need to use, are these adapters. No? We'll be using most probably 4 of these or 3, because this one is for the digital stump box, and the other one, this one is for the analog stump box. So, and definitely there is only one socket for this one, so we need to have this chain. Okay, the series of chain that we'll be using, that will be powering the about maybe 6 or 7 stump boxes. Okay, now there is a chain that we need to follow from guitar, the signal going from the guitar going to the first pedal, to the second, to the third, and so on and so forth. Now, in your signal, you have to first know what is the first pedal after your guitar. Now, in a traditional setup, it is always the tuner that is always first signal that, rather the first pedal that you will be using after your guitar. You know why? Because you must have a clean tone, clean signal coming from the guitar going to your tuner, so that the tuner will give an accurate reading of your of the signal or the tone once you are tuning your guitar. Okay. Second to this one is your volume pedal, because this one will control the volume of your sound. And this one must be in the first, second to the tuner. Now, after your volume pedal, you have to use your compressor, so that this will now sustain the tone of your guitar, and especially even if you did not strum the strings hard enough, it will still give you a balanced and equal tone of all the 6 strings. So this one is the noise suppressor. Now this noise suppressor will, since you'll be using high gain pedals such as the distortion and the overdrive, you need to have this one, the suppressor, because this will now eliminate those unnecessary noises, hum, hiss, and everything. So they will be routed somewhere here. The return, and then it will go out from the send, going back to the high gain pedals such as the distortion, going to your overdrive. Okay, now we will be routing here the from in. This will be your compressor will be going out and coming in this input here, and going to your output. Output is your next on your chain is your modulator. Your modulator, now you have here the chorus, the baser, the wah, plunger, mod filter, rotary, so on and so forth, by vibrato. And you have, after your modulator, we will now have our delay. This is quite a good delay, an eventide time factor with your digital delay, vintage delay, tape echo, mode delay, and so on and so forth. Now after which is your shimmer or the reverb. This is the last pedal that we'll be placing after the delay, and then now going out of the signal is going directly to your amplifier. Now what are the high gain pedals that we'll be using? Now we'll be using this one, this Ecstasy Boydner. This one is an overdrive actually, but if you pump up the gain at around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, this will now be considered as a very high gain pedal. It will now become a distortion. Now this is very versatile. I really like the tone of this one, which was copied from the Ecstasy amplifier of Boydner. Now second high gain pedal we have here is the famous OCD from Full Tone. This one is very I really like the tone of this one. It's quite crunchy. It's a bit warmer. And second for our high gain pedal is this Tumnus. The Tumnus now is the clone version of the clone. The clone which was made famous in the 80s, and this is a very sought after. Actually, the pedal is not the one that is being or rather sought after, but it is the tone that is loved by most guitarists. Okay, now we have another one here. Overdrive is the Steel Squasher from X-Vibe. It is quite a versatile pedal that I may say that I really like the tone. It's a bit warmer, and you can use this as your booster, of course. And another one is the Timmy. Another this is a transparent pedal, meaning the tone of the guitar will not be. There will be no color in the tone of the guitar. Although you will hear some overdrive or a bit of distortion, but the signal or the tone of the guitar will remain. Now going back to this tone nose, this one is a transparent overdrive or pedal. Although you can use this as your booster that may be placed either before a high gain or after a distortion. Now, there is no hard and fast rule as far as the arrangement of your high gain pedals are concerned. Whether it may be a distortion or an overdrive, you can place the overdrive before your high gain distortion, or you can place the overdrive after your high gain distortion. Now, the chain is coming from here, coming in here, going up here, and coming in here. Now, you will be stacking the tone of this one to here. That will produce a different sound. Now, if you will place your high gain distortion before your overdrive, that will be another tone that you will create. So there is no hard and fast rule. All you have to do is to, of course, experiment and see for yourselves what tone that you will produce will suit your music or the genre that you're into. Now we will arrange our pedals. Now first and foremost in our signal, as I was telling you earlier, is this tuner going. We'll be placing somewhere here, so that we will. This is the first signal for guitar. Now most probably this one to be placed somewhere here. Most probably right here. The bottom coming from signal here and going down here, going up here for our noise suppressor, most probably to be placed somewhere here. And then since the tuner will be going to this signal, the input, and the output now will be our modulation. For this one is the eventide mode factor to be placed somewhere here. Okay, and then after which the signal will now be second to the mode factor is delay to be placed here. Of course, after your delay is your shimmer or the reverb will be last for our signal. Now, as I was telling you earlier, this one, the noise suppressor, we will route now the high gain pedals to be placed somewhere here, going in this return, sending out. So most probably the first high gain pedal that will be placed here is this X Vibe, okay? To be placed somewhere here, and then after which is the OCD here. Oh, before that, we forgot to use this one. This is the compressor. Now, since the compressor is the signal will be near the tuner, okay, so this will be placed somewhere here, okay, for your first overdrive. Second overdrive is the OCD, and most probably we'll be using this one for the tumnus, for the transparent overdrive to be placed here. And I think we have to use this one also. This is the external controller for the mode factor and the time factor now. So since the controls of these two stamp boxes are quite complicated with those numerous knobs and 3 switches for each of these stamp boxes, so we'll be using this one. Maybe we can have this placed this way for this one to be placed here. Okay. Now, next on our list is of course this very lovely tone coming from the Bogner Ecstasy to be placed over here, and of course our Timmy transparent overdrive to be placed here. Now this is the arrangement of our stamp boxes now. Okay, after we have arranged our stamp boxes this way, now this is the tricky part now. We will now install each and every cable patches, and of course this for our power supply. Okay, with this one. Okay, so let's start. There you go. This is now our complete pedal board with our stamp boxes. All we have to do is to arrange this each and every pedal board properly so that it will look tidy and handsome. Unlike this one is quite a bit topsy-turvy and quite slick, quite mixed up, especially the cable patches and also the other wires. So there you go. We will pedal for our compressor. You see the tone now is quite balanced. When every string is strummed, you hit, the tone is basically balanced. Turn off the compressor for our tuner. There is no sound that will be produced once the tuner is on. But if it's off, then you have your clean tone. This is our noise suppressor. You see, it's quite noisy. There's hum coming from the amplifier. There's some sound of hiss. So if you want to eliminate those unnecessary sounds, just turn on compressor. You see, it's quite silent now. Now this one is the called the external switches for these both eventide stamp boxes. This is the time factor and the mode factor. You see, if I'll step on this one, you see it's the banks is changing from one bank to another. Also with that one, and also this one going up, going down, and this one is for changing for those. If you want to choose different modulation or a different delay, this one, or you can also use this one. Guys, we have just finished assembling our pedal board, and I hope you've learned something for today's assembly. And if you have some questions in the future about the functionality of each and every stamp box, don't forget to ask questions, and I will answer your questions, your queries, in the way I can, and within my knowledge, of course. Now, again, guys. Again, thanks for watching and see you for the next vlog. Bye!